Hi, my name is Jabin. In this video lecture, I am going to explain about the topic boiler mountings and accessories. Boiler mountings. Boiler mountings and accessories are required for the proper and satisfactory functioning of the steam boilers. Boiler mountings are the fittings which are mounted on the boiler for its proper and safe functioning. There are many types of boiler mountings. Number one, water level indicator. Number two, pressure gauge, safety valves, stop valve, blow off cock, feed check valve, and fusible plug. Water level indicator. It is an important fitting which indicates the water level inside the boiler to an observer. It is a safety device upon which the correct working of the boiler depends. This fitting may be seen in front of the boiler and are generally two in number. A water level indicator mostly employed in the steam boiler. It consists of three cocks and a glass tube. Steam cock C1 keeps the glass tube in connection with the steam space. Water cock C2 puts the gas tube in connection with the water in the boiler. Drain cock C3 is used at frequent intervals to ascertain that the steam and water cocks are clear. In the working of steam boiler and for the proper functioning of the water level indicator, the steam and water cocks are opened and the drain cock is closed. In this case, the handles are placed in a vertical position. The rectangular passage at the ends of the glass tube contains two balls. In case of glass tube is broken, the two balls are carried along its passages to the ends of the glass tube. It is thus obvious that water and steam will not escape out. The glass tube can be easily replaced by closing the steam and water cocks and opening the drain cock. When the steam boiler is not working, the bolts may be removed for cleaning. The glass tube is kept free from leaking by means of conical ring and the clamp nut. Pressure gauge. The pressure gauge is used to measure the pressure of the steam inside the steam boiler. It is fixed in front of the steam boiler. The pressure gauges generally used are of Bowden type. A Bowden pressure gauge in its simplest form consists of an elliptical to elastic tube bent into an arc of a circle. This bent tube is called Bowden tube. One end of the tube gauge is fixed and connected to the steam space in the boiler. The other end is connected to a sector through a link. The steam under pressure flows into the tube. As a result of this increased pressure, the Bowden tube tends to straighten itself. Since the tube is encased in a circular curve, therefore it tends to become circular instead of straight. With the help of a simple pinion and sector arrangement, the elastic deformation of the Bowden's tube rotates the pointer. This pointer moves over a calibrated scale which directly gives the gauge pressure. Safety valve. These are the devices attached to the steam chest for preventing explosions due to excessive internal pressure of steam. A steam boiler is usually provided with two safety valves. These are directly placed on the boiler. In brief, the function of a safety valve is to blow off the steam when the pressure of the steam inside the boiler exceeds the working pressure. Steam stop valve. It is the largest valve on the steam boiler. It is usually fitted to the highest part of the shell by means of a flange. The principal functions of a stop valve are to control the flow of steam from the boiler to the main steam pipe, to shut off the steam completely when required. The body of the stop valve is made of cast iron or cast steel. The valve seat, and the nut through which the valve spindle works are made of brass or gunmetal. The spindle passes through a gland and stuffing box. The spindle is rotated by means of a hand wheel. The upper portion of the spindle is screwed and made to pass through a nut in a cross head carried by two pillars. The pillars are screwed in the cover of the body. The boiler pressure acts under the valve so that the valve must be closed against the pressure. The valve is generally fastened to the spindle which lifts it up. A non-return valve is sometimes fitted near the stop valve to prevent the accidental admission of steam from other boilers. This happens when a number of boilers are connected to the same pipe and when one is empty and under repair. Blow-off cock. The principal function of a blow-off cock are to empty the boiler when required, to discharge the mud, scale, or sediments which are accumulated at the bottom of the boiler. The blow-off cock is fitted to the bottom of a boiler drum and consists of a conical plug fitted to the body or casing. The casing is packed with asbestos packing in grooves round the top and bottom of the plug. The asbestos packing is made tight and plug bears on the packing. It may be noted that the cocks packed in this way keep the grip better under high pressure and easily operated than unpacked. The shank of plug passes through a gland and stuffing box in the cover. The plug is held down by a yoke and two stud bolts. The yoke forms a guard on it. These are two vertical slots on the inside of a guard for the box spanner to be used for operating the cock. Feed check valve. It is a non-return valve fitted to a screwed spindle to regulate the lift. Its function is to regulate the supply of water which is pumped into the boiler by the feed pump. The valve must have its spindle lifted before the pump is started. It is fitted to the shell slightly below the normal water level of the boiler. Fusible plug. It is fitted to the crown plate of the furnace or the fire. Its Object is to put off the fire in the furnace of the boiler when the level of water in the boiler falls to an unsafe limit and thus avoids the explosion which may take place due to overheating of the furnace plate. Boiler accessories. These are the devices which are used as integral parts of a boiler and help in running efficiently. There are many types of boiler accessories. Number one, feed pump. Number two, superheater. Number three, economizer. And number four, air preheater. Feed pump. We know that water in a boiler is continuously converted into steam, which is used by the engine. Thus, we need a feed pump to deliver water to the boiler. The pressure of the steam inside a boiler is high, so the pressure of feed water has to be increased proportionately before it is made to enter the boiler. Generally, the pressure of feed water is 20% more than that in the boiler. A feed pump may be of centrifugal type or reciprocating type, but a double-acting reciprocating pump is commonly used as a feed pump these days. The reciprocating pumps are run by the steam from the same boiler in which water is to be fed. These pumps may be classified as simplex, duplex, and triplex pumps according to the number of pump cylinders. Superheater. A superheater is an important device of a steam generating unit. Its purpose is to increase the temperature of saturated steam without raising its pressure. It is generally an integral part of a boiler and is placed in the path of hot flue gases from the furnace. The heat given up by these flue gases is used in superheating the steam. Such superheaters which are installed within the boiler are known as integral superheaters. Economizer. An economizer is a device used to heat feed water by utilizing the heat in the exhaust flue gases before leaving through the chimney. As the name indicates, the economizer improves the economy of the steam boiler. A well-known type of economizer is Green's economizer. It is extensively used for stationary boilers, especially those of Lancashire type. It consists of a large number of vertical pipes or tubes placed in an enlargement of the flue gases between the boiler and chimney. These tubes are 2.75 meter long, 114 mm in external diameter and 11.5 mm thick and are made of cast iron. Air preheater. An air preheater is used to recover heat from the exhaust flue gases. It is installed between the economizer and the chimney. The air required for the purpose of combustion is drawn through the air preheater where its temperature is raised. It is then passed through ducts to the furnace. The air is passed through the tubes of the heater internally while the hot flue gases are passed over the outside of the tubes. The following advantages are obtained by using an air preheater. Number one, the air preheater gives higher furnace temperature. Air preheater results in better combustion with less smoke and ash. Air preheater enables a low-grade fuel to be burned with less excess air. Thank you.